Hey, good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back here in Smithfield, North Carolina. I know what you're saying, AJ. Weren't you just in Tallahassee, Florida, 24 hours ago? Yes, I was. And now we're back down here at Galilee to work on phase 2. We got the new bigger 15-inch speakers that are going to be mounted on the walls that will disconnect all the ceiling speakers. We got the SD8 that's going to go in the fellowship hall so we can bridge that and connect that with the system here. We got the tablet, we got all the extra interior security cameras, all the exterior security cameras, all the wireless mics for the back, all this other fun stuff, the conduits, all this other stuff. So the only thing is, I'm not going to be here that long because everything else, when I came back from Florida, the flight was delayed. And so I made it to my other flight to get back to Richmond, but my luggage didn't. It came in around like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got to leave here to get back to the airport to get my clothes and my luggage. And because I brought everything here, it wasn't enough space inside the car to bring my ladder. So I'm going to hook up these speakers on the floor and kind of mark off where this is going to be. This side is going to be a little bit problematic just because we're so close to where the TV is going to be. The TV is going to hang from here, and we also got the mounts for these TVs here. That side should not be a problem. So, but like I said, I have the extra cables here. First, I need to make sure that the amp that they have is powerful enough for these speakers. If not, I'm gonna need to get another one. And I think it should, because we're gonna disconnect all the speakers and that amp is gonna be only for this. So we should be fine. We're gonna turn everything around. And again, as usual, people came in here, didn't come to training, tried to work on the system and tried to turn the system on and didn't come when I was teaching how to use it. So as many churches as I've gone to, no matter the different type of denominations, colors, creed, we're all the same. We do the same silly stuff. We do the same intelligent stuff, and we're all the same. So the same issues that I deal with, they're universal. So anyway, let's hook up the other one. I'm gonna run the cables that I left, the 1/4-inch cables on the floor, crank up the system, and then go from there. Yes, sir. All right, thank you. So, yes, sir. I'm gonna hook this up, test the system, make sure the sound is right. I'm gonna do the simple stuff, hook up the drums to the system. We got the extra direct boxes to connect everything to the system. Run the shielded cable to the SR7. I was going to say SR16, but the SD8 in the back, which is the same thing that we're going to do at Smithfield, my dad's old church. We're going to do the same thing. So anyway, enough talking. Let's get this stuff set up. All right, folks. So we got the Ultra 60 watt plugged in, connected, is daisy chained off of this one, and we got everything moved. I do have the cable ran to connect to the S16 that's going to the SD8, and in my rush I forgot the power cable for the SD8. I had a bunch of them on the floor and I thought I had left one here, but I'm sure there's a cable around here, or we can borrow one from a computer to get it up and running, or from one of the machines or one of the speakers, actually, now that I think about it. Because I do have the stuff to hook this up, but I need to just borrow this cable right here, and then we can get the SD8 hooked up, powered up, and make sure it's connected. And I'll run the speaker cables down here. And for all I know, there might be another cable around here somewhere. But I have the shielded Cat 5e cable, which is more than long enough to have to run this through the holes that we did up here. It's long enough, but we just have it on the floor right now. And we have a bigger caster switch that will replace, I can't remember if this is going to be placed here. No, this is actually going to be placed in the where the other rack is, the SR16. That's where that's going to be placed, I believe. I can't remember. All right, so this is on. So we should be able to detect, we got 1 through 4 are for the wireless mics here, and then the other 4 connections are going to be for the existing jacks that they already have here. So that's 3 right there. And then the 4th is going to be for the other Bluetooth adapter that stays down here, which will be plugged directly into that if it can stay in that room. And we'll have it constantly plugged into the USB to give it power. But let's go ahead and grab these adapters and my cables so that we can hook up the speakers to make sure we got enough power to run those 15 watts if I disconnect everything from disconnect the existing ceiling speakers, and does it produce enough power to get sound out of here. Alrighty, we're all hooked up, and I had to switch the amps because the amp that was going to this didn't have any type of XLR, well, it wouldn't have an XLR, it didn't have any type of spike-on or quarter-inch connections. It only had stranded copper connections. So might have to figure out something for the other speaker, but we got this. This does not show. Well, yes it does. It does have a plus. So it does see the other connections for routing. So yeah, 1 of 2. So it does pick up the SD8. So let's get some sound going in here. And let's see if we can get this working. So that's the PC. Let's go ahead and bring up my last Avata 2 drone shot, because it does drop some hot fire. Ooh, the new Wolverine trailer. We'll watch that in a second. But let's go to my channel and let's see if we can get some music pumping through here. So that's going. And that's going to the mains. So that is going through the house. That's only coming from this one, because I think the channel on the amp, well no, it's up. I just got to turn up the amp, the signal to go to both. So let's go do that. And we are getting something from the other speakers. Let's come back here. Make sure both of the channels, because they were only using one channel on this one. And they are both, they're both there. Let's go ahead and take that to 6. So should be fine. So that amp is enough for those. I think it'll be sound a lot different when it's up there in the air. Alrighty, so we got the sound, all that stuff done. I actually moved it to 5 and 6 so I can have both zones turned on. Since it's split, the speakers are split between channels 1 and 2 on the amp back there, so that's done. Got to figure out another way to connect the stuff up here, and I'm going to split these as well since we have another amp that's not being used. I'm going to split it to pulpit and band, but I need to get a connection for that. At this point, I am going to start securing the tracks here for these cables to lead up, and when I get my ladder, I'm gonna go as high as I possibly can, and then when I get my ladder here, we'll do more. Then I'm gonna go look at putting the TV the mount for the TV in the back up here. Already making some good progress. Got the other camera set up on the side. So we got the side camera. I'm gonna hook up and set the IP address for the front. I have the TV mount back here done. We're gonna run a conduit up to hide the fiber optic HDMI cable right there. Gonna do conduit for that. Finish the conduit up there after we run all the other cables, because we got the two TVs, the Ethernet and fiber optic HDMI for the front PTZ, side PTZ, Ethernet and fiber optic. We run all of that down, and that should be all the cables that need to come here, minus the security camera. We're gonna put one of the security cameras right here, or I might even put it as close to here as possible so that it looks in here. And then we're also gonna run, no, I'm gonna do it right here, because we're gonna run another camera right here so it can see anybody that's coming in here. Then there's another one downstairs, so we gotta open up a hole to go downstairs. It's gonna feed a SDI cable, audio cable. Actually, we're just gonna make a hole that's 2 inches, so we got enough to run stuff down in the future, which is gonna be a phase 3. That's not gonna be anytime soon. I marked off the one spot over here where I believe I'm gonna put the bottom of the speaker mount. I need to move the chair and bring my ladder over here, and maybe we can hang one of these, if not both. I need to measure off how far away I am from the wall and how far up from there, so we can have them symmetrical on either side. So that's what we got. I'm gonna be here for maybe a little bit longer. Oh, also, we have the drums hooked up into a direct box going into the system with a new cable that I ran behind here. We have a direct box for the guitar, and the other 2 direct boxes are for the up, top, and bottom keyboards. All that's ran through. I need to look up how to make a 1/4-inch cable from the red and black cables so that we can have the signal go here. So channel 1, because these are daisy chained. So if I run this off of output number 1, which is for the pulpit, that will be here. Then output number 2 is really just going to just that speaker. So that would be for the drummer. And personally, I would want to get the in-ears so that we don't have to have that. And the XLR going out will go for that. We'll see. So I got to remember to bring the cable for that to plug that speaker up. But we should be in the house with everything. What else we got? That's the cable for the front PTZ. Let's see. And I realized, and y'all laugh at me, and it is true, I forgot something. I forgot my crimp tool. So I have the Dome Ultra that we did a review for. It is here mounted, but the crimp tool for me to make an Ethernet cable, I do not have. I must have left that right on my desk at home. So we already got it here. That is the extra cable that I have. Once I crimp it, that camera will be up. Then we have to do one in each one of the hallways and all that stuff. You know what I should do while I'm here? The rack that I have for the audio back here, need to mark the studs, and then this rack right there will go up against the wall, and that's how we can hang all of that stuff and get this up out of here and start making this nice and neat. But I got to move all this stuff out of the way so I can get there. I might actually do that tomorrow. Well, I'll probably label where the studs are and then come back and do that, because I didn't have all of my my socket wrenches. I don't have all of my socket, so I don't have one that's big enough for the bolts that go in there. We also got the mount up here. I have to wait for them to see where the other TV is going to go. Originally, I was thinking about putting it right here. And actually, there's my other fiber optic HDMI cable. So I think I actually got enough. Anyway, so most likely this TV is going to come down. All of that's going to come down, and then the other TV is going to go there. Originally, they were saying they wanted it back there, which again, we could do. So that's why I didn't mount the other mount, because it could be so if people are talking right here, they can look and see and, you know, see what's us on the wall. And the thought was anybody sitting here is going to be looking in that direction. And some people were saying putting it right there. And then I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to wait. So that one is fine because that's an open space. Originally, we talked about taking this down and putting it right there, but it is open to maybe there, maybe there. Really don't want to do it there, but I'm going to leave it to them to make that decision. And then we also have, again, this ladder is not tall enough for me to do it. These are the ceiling mounts for the TVs that are going to go in the front. Yeah, those joints. So these are the ones that also, when we have the taller ladder, that's when we're going to get up here to mark off where the stud is, then put a hole behind it so that we can run the fiber optic HDMI cable. And then I also brought to their attention that it's their responsibility to have an electrical outlet placed up here for the TV. That is not my responsibility, and that's the reason why we went with passive speakers to use the existing equipment that they have. So let me hook up the other camera and get it calibrated and hooked up to the joystick, and then bring the ladder in here, hopefully measure off all of this stuff, maybe have the speaker mounted. Then we got to run the 1/4 inch cable up and over into the room, which is not that far compared to how much cable I got. Because if I can get the speakers out of the way, then all I really got to do is concentrate on running the cables in the ceiling and then figure out how we're going to connect all of this stuff. Personally, what I would really want to do is just run a brand new cable, which we possibly could do, but the main issue is how to bridge the connection from, and they have to have it here some way, is how to bridge that regular speaker connection into something that we can hook up here. But oh well. Let's bring the ladder and let's do that. Alrighty, so the ladder actually was tall enough for me to get there. I think that should probably be good. I'll get over there tomorrow and line that up with that stud to put the other one up there. Again, they're doing the TV, so I'm just putting the mount there. I have plenty of room to make a hole behind there and fish the fiber optic HDMI cable through there. We'll run all of those cables back there, as well as the front camera. And I'm trying to decide where we're gonna put that camera at, to be quite honest. You know what I would like to do, and I've done this before, is mount it right there and put it sideways so it could spin around and get there, and it would get a perfect shot right there. Or mount it, well, I can't mount it right in front of there, but technically, actually I could put it right above that lip, but I wouldn't be able to see in there. It would give me a perfect shot in here. But I probably will move that camera over there somewhere. So anyway, we got that mounted. Make sure I get I might take one of the bolts with me. No, I'm not gonna do that because I might forget to bring it back. But we need to bring my socket so that I can do that, put both of those up, hang those speakers, and then when we're in the attic, pull all the cables, pull those 2 cables back there. I have all of the cameras hooked up. I'm actually short one camera now that I think about it. I think that's the one downstairs. It was actually damaged when it actually came in, and they refunded me back for it. So as you can see, we got everything here. Starlink, the UDM Pro, the 24-port PoE switch, everything is connected. All of our equipment, the iPad and everything else, tablets and everything are here. That is the Ultra Pro that's in the back. That is actually connected from the light that has the Fellowship Hall PTZ and everything in there. We've got all the cameras connected here. The Ultra is going to actually have all the cameras, so I'm actually going to hook one more camera here. So most likely that one is going to be hooked here as well too. And then if we go over here to the Protect app, and we see all of the cameras are connected again except for one, which is going to be the one that we put downstairs. So I can kind of wait on that one. All of them are kind of just hooked up right here. All right, so I think we've made some very good progress today. I need to figure out how to, or bring my soldering iron so that we can hook up. Oop, I should have turned that off back there, which was right here. I need to bring my soldering iron to see if that is the easiest way to make that extra connection for the other monitors up here. I'm just making sure everything is locked. So that's where the camera's going to go downstairs. Another camera's going to go out here. I'm probably going to run all the cables through the conduit that I put out here and just punch a hole through there and mount the camera there. That would make it easier. Need to figure out where we're going to put the camera, the PTZ over here. And again, looking from back there, that should be fine because when the TV hangs, I mean, I got one more rung to drop lower, and I have an extension to drop lower if need be. I don't think I'll need that. But when you're back here, you'll be able to see the TV fine. And there's always the option that they can take maybe like 4 rungs out of the chandeliers and bring them up. But you should be able to see everything perfectly fine there. And then the one that's going to be back here is going to be fine too. I'm just making mental notes of what I need to bring back. Need to make sure I bring my crimping stuff so I can put all the cameras in their final positions, power cable for that, do some research, I need to find my chuck, and then also sockets for that. And I think that is honestly about it. I'm gonna let them know that I am going. And again, nice, productive work today. That's not the light, that's just sunlight coming up in here. Oh. And my stuff didn't get turned off back here. So I need to make sure I get this done. Oh, I can't reach over here. I don't know why that didn't go off, but oh well. And you see I did move the amp. Everything is in the rack down there. And I think my pass-through, the extra pass-through I had, I think I left that at TCF. I think I packed up everything, and I may have packed up 2 by mistake. One pass-through was actually for back here, and then the other one was for TCF, and I think I put it in one box and then put the other one in the box, not realizing that I did that. So might need to just probably be faster just to order another one. And we got a whole bunch of trash that we need to get rid of, but I think we are good to go. And I need to head to the airport, get my luggage, and then we are right back down here tomorrow. I'm going to mount this in Let me disconnect this so that nobody won't accidentally hit this. These are the connections for the jacks that are on the wall. Now, I thought it was only 3, it's actually 4. So one of them is not going to work. We're not going to have one. I think the one that's on the back wall or the PTZ, I'm not going to use that one. That's the jack that I'm going to use to have. Well, actually, let me take that back. If I put this in the front, this is the Bluetooth adapter. If I put this in the front up there, I can connect all the jacks here and somebody just connects into that. And that will be the one that's done. So I might do that. So I need 2 more XLR cables, short ones. And then everything will be connected. We hang that, and then and all of this fell off of here. And then we should be able to rack mount that. I might have enough room in there because I think the intention was to put the amp inside the rack, and if I take the shelf off out of here, I'll have enough place to put the amp in there, so this shelf will be empty. And I think I might actually do that. But anyway, I think we are good, and that's not turning off. So I think the intention was the CASA smart plug back here is going to have the amp plugged into it. So we have so many outlets back here, we can power this, all of this stuff on and off back here. Yeah, so this is for the converter that will send the signal back here. That's going to be plugged in. So now all of these are going to power all this stuff on. So it could be like, hey, we just want to turn sound on. You can just turn on the things that need to be back here. And so that all this stuff isn't left on all the time. So I need to put this actually on the app as well, because it's not connected to the tablet so that they control it. I'll make sure we do that tomorrow as well too. So these little converters I don't need anymore, so we'll repurpose these for something else. And I might actually get another surge protector, smart surge protector, so that I can put that in the back, because we got the 2 amps and the S16. No, I don't think I need that. I mean, we might as well repurpose these, and this will be the ones that power all of this stuff. If I knew that they were going to go with phase 2 so fast, I would have actually done that. Again, when I price this stuff out, I try and keep it as low as possible to not put in a whole bunch of stuff. So, okay, like, so we got 2 right there, and then we have another 2, and we have 3 items down here. So I guess really don't need all of that. If I put a surge protector back here, I only need 1, because all of these need to be turned on anyway from that. So actually, I don't think I need to order anything else. As long as the surge protector is fine, we should be good to go. Let me unplug this. So we go here, and that would turn on everything. This isn't plugged in because I just didn't pull the cable down there. But yeah, only 1 is needed. And that will keep all of that. All of this will be set to the side, and we'll use those again if we need to. All right. Let me let them know that I'm up out of here. good progress. Like I said, good progress. So we will see y'all tomorrow. I got a bunch of videos. Y'all didn't see the video from Florida. I did a video from when I did some work at Agape Missionary Baptist Church. I recorded the whole thing and didn't realize the mic was muted, so I need to redo that again. That was an on-site for them. The trip from Florida, everything we did down there. I have to finish the OBS bot video so y'all can see that. I got a bunch of stuff that I need to do, so it's gonna be a long night, and then we get back up. We be back down here around 8:30, so that means I leave the house at 5:30 to get down here. Enjoy. And those XLR cables, those extra ones, that's what we're gonna use at TCF. I need that for the crowd mics. So again, that's why we don't throw stuff away, because we can use it somewhere else. Alrighty, folks, we will see y'all tomorrow.